Yeah, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Time for me daily Atari VCS cleaning. We use a yellow cloth and I use a Mr. Sheen multi-surface polish, wood, glass, metal and plastic, because they're all the things that make up the Atari VCS. Except for glass, I don't think there's any glass used in the VCS, but I could be wrong, but this is what I recommend, clean, shines and it protects, So that's what we do every day, once a day. Give it a good shake and yep. Yep. So then I start the cleaning. And just take my time, and clean it. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, And yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome, I just got done playing the arcade versions of Tekken 1942 and Berserk, and it's awesome. We just went onto Chrome. I typed in Internet Archive, then I went to the arcade section and I just typed in the name. A whole bunch of arcade games are there, and I mean, not just the ones we play, but tons of games, The only thing is you have to use the keyboard to play the games, which isn't that big of a deal, You press the 4 or 5 key to insert virtual coins. Then you press the 1 key or the start key, the return key to start the games, And space bars, fire, or kick, and Z and X are like punch and jump. So that's it, for all style arcade games, it's awesome. Even with a keyboard, So it's awesome, in my opinion, and I love the Atari VCS. It just looks awesome, And tomorrow's update, it's going to add the Atari 2600 emulator, and it's going to add leaderboards to the game, to the games, asteroids recharge, breaker recharge, and stuff like that. Because I noticed that they're missing, if you're playing a multiplayer game, yeah, your own high score will be displayed, but it won't load the world leaderboard. So the update is going to fix that. And yeah, it's awesome stuff, that Atari are addressing issues and updating the system, and it's awesome, Yep. Anyway, so yeah, brilliant stuff, I'm gonna clean the wood grain part now, And just take your time, people, because it's precious, especially the one we have, There's only 6,000 of the collector's edition made, and I want to keep mine looking as nice as possible, and awesome stuff, And I'm gonna clean the joystick and the controller as well, Once a day we do this, and it keeps it looking awesome, I mean, it just looks as good as when I first got it, back in Christmas 2020, So, great stuff. Yeah, so there was no flashback through this game, and people were wondering why, Well, this is why, because they're doing an update to the operating system. So they were busy doing that, and hopefully it works and there's no problems, But I hope this update adds more to the operating system. Like, I want to be able to turn on my VCS with the controller, and I want to be able to use it wirelessly at all times, Because with Xbox Live, Xbox Cloud Gaming and Stadia, I have to use it wired, Which isn't that big of a problem. But some small things like that, I hope this update brings, but wait and see. But that's what I heard for definite, is that it's getting an Atari 2600 emulator and leaderboards to the games like Asteroids Recharge and the other Recharge games and stuff like that. Yeah, so awesome stuff, Yeah, so that's just want to make a quick video about that. You know, that's what I recommend to clean it with. You know, just take your time and it'll keep it looking awesome. Like, you know. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a great day. Yeah, brilliant stuff. You know. Really, you know, like there's nothing negative about the Atari VCS, in my opinion. You know, there's very little. No, there's. I mean, it's brilliant. It really is, like, you know. And if you upgrade it to its maximum potential, it'd be even better than what I have. But what I'm saying is, there's no wrong option with the Atari VCS. Like, if you choose to use your Atari VCS like I do, with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage, you're still going to have an amazing time. You know what I mean? You will just go to Chrome and type in wherever you want. Say Sega Mega Drive games, Sega Mega CD games, or just be specific. Type in the name of a game, followed by online, and 9 times out of 10 it'll find it. And then, you know, you'll be using the keyboard by default. But if you want to use a controller, plug it in, and it should recognise it, and just set up the controls. Or sometimes you don't even have to set up the controls. It just configures the controls, and you can change them to your liking. So that's awesome. Like, you know, you have options and stuff. You know, and certain emulators have settings to make the game better, like increase frame rate and makes the image look better or something like that. So it's awesome. Yep. And of course, there's going to be 4 more recharge games coming out this year, so I'm looking forward to that. And it's awesome. It really, really is, like, you know. And the Atari VCS, you know, it's just it's an amazing system, and I'm going to keep it like this for as long as I can, you know. You know, because only 6,000 of these were made, and one is 898. And it just looks awesome, and it's just a fantastic experience, you know. Playing PC games, arcade games, retro games, modern games, Xbox Cloud Gaming, Game Pass games, you name it, you know. And, you know, it's brilliant, it really is, like, you know. And it looks awesome, you know. And, you know, the joystick is awesome. Yeah, so I just hope this update is going to make it so that I can turn on my VCS with the joystick or the controller, and just be awesome, like, you know. Like stuff, you know. And patience is the key with the Atari VCS, you know. You know, like I said, like there's multiple different online emulators, and each one has different performance. So if you're playing the game and it's running like garbage, it's not the VCS's fault, because there's always another emulator on there that runs the game better, you know. So that's it. And with some games you can even use the joystick, you know, which is awesome, you know. It makes games more challenging, that's for sure, using the joystick, you know. But not all the emulators recognise this. They recognise this as the Atari controller and that as the classic controller. So you press the button, if it says classic controller, that means it's picking it up. But you still have to configure the controls. You go into the joypad icon, you click it, and then you just up for up, down for down and stuff. But like I said, it makes games more challenging because you don't have enough buttons. But it's still awesome, in my opinion, like, you know. So awesome stuff, you know. Just take your time, and you'll have a great experience with the VCS, like, you know. I just like the console itself. The joystick is awesome, you know. It's really is, like, you know, and I just love it, you know. I feel bad for the Amico people, the Intellivision Amico people. I'm sure that they were looking forward to getting their system as well, and so was I, actually, you know. But I think that console has failed due to, you know, bad management. You know, they didn't sit, and just terrible, really, you know. and the controller's awesome, made by Power A. It's a great controller, like, you know. I mean, and this is what the Amigo should have done, in my opinion. Just release an normal controller. Something that everyone is familiar with, but they decided to go with how the Intellivision joypad used to look with a disc and a touchscreen. But I don't know, like, you know, like, and they should have made the Amiga more powerful than what they were going to have. Like 2015 smartphone specs, which, you know, it's not good enough, you know, unfortunately, you know. But then again, it depends on the games, like, you know. But with those sort of specs, you won't be able to do the things that the VCS can. Like, the VCS is more powerful than the Amigo, you know. And it has Xbox Cloud Gaming, it has Luna, it has all these gaming apps, NVIDIA GeForce now. So all these things won't be able to run on the Amigo, given the specs that it has, you know. Or not very well at the best, you know. So it's just a shame, you know, like I said, you know, because when I saw people playing it, it looked legit, looked good. Like Astro Smash, I like that game actually, you know. Finnegan Fox and all look good and stuff. And the Amigo had Missile Command and Breakout, which looked awesome in my opinion. But I don't think it's going to happen, you know, unfortunately. And the thing is, Intellivision sold these games as RFID cards with a coin to people, and there was no games available. You know, that's how they swindled people, and, you know, just made promises that they didn't keep, unfortunately. But anyway, it just looks awesome, the VCS. I really do, like, you know, it's just a sexy looking machine, and it really is, like, you know, and you can customise it any way you want. You know, it's up to you. But yeah, awesome stuff, you know. Yeah, and it's cool the way it has a built-in battery LED and stuff like that. With the joystick, the things light up around the base, like, you know, lights. And if there's less and less, that means it's running out of battery, you know what I mean, like, you know, which is awesome. But what I noticed is with the recharge games, nearly all games recognise the controller, but little by little the joystick is getting there, you know. But I think maybe because it took longer, because they wanted to get the spinner working on certain games, which you can't do that with the controller. So that's why it took longer to get this working on, like, Missile Command Recharge, for example. You know, but anyway, still awesome, you know. Yeah, so that's it. Just a video, like, if get yourself a yellow cloth with a bit of Mr. Sheen, multi-purpose, and just take your time and just look after it, and it'll last longer, you know what I mean? And awesome stuff. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a great day. Take care and bye bye.